my connection into what I do now, which has really nothing to do with comedy, but is from the comedy connection.
Right.
I connected with James Gandolfini through a comedian that was friends with him on my first screenplay. Lenny Clark connected me with Dennis Leary's company. So all these things, Bill Burr became a friend of mine and supported me. And all these, Patty Ross plays my mom in my first film. So everything that kind of revolves around what I do now stems from that $12 an hour door guy job at the Comedy Connection.
Wow. And the one thing that Johnny's talking about is so I had I want to say my dad was mid 80s, somewhere around there, maybe low, and basically I had a tour bus, and I was bringing the bus back to New Jersey that night, and I had to fly out early in the morning. So I really needed some sleep. And my father couldn't really, he would drink and he'd have to pee every 15 minutes. He needs help. I think at that time he just started struggling with walking and all this stuff. So I bring him to the Comedy Connection, and I tell people like Johnny, I'm like, listen, my father, all he does, everyone thinks he's adorable, but he keeps asking for beer, and everyone gets a beer. And then guess what? I'm dealing with a 200-pound 225 wasted 85-year-old that can't walk. And I got to get up every 10, 15 minutes to lift him up, get him to the toilet. Then he pisses all over. I'm dry heaving. I got to clean the toilet, which is what happened that night. So we actually, I don't know if it was my one of the guys I was with that started, someone was feeding him drinks.
I think everybody was. I think it was like, oh, it's Jim's dad, and he asked for a drink, and everyone was like, here you go, free drinks.
Right. So now were you part of carrying him down the stairs? We had to carry him.
So, yeah.
We had to carry him down the stairs. I had a camera guy. He's howling with laughter. We had to get him across the street to that hotel.
Millennium Hotel.
Yes.
Millennium.
Right. And then even there, I was going to get a bag cart and put him on the cart because he conked out 20 feet past the Comedy Connection. And so we're trying to hold up this old man, and was I pissed. I was trying to keep my shit together. But then I have footage of me walking him to the toilet in the hotel at like 3 a.m. I was so fucking pissed. The whole bus ride home, I gotta pee. The bus is shaking. I gotta get. Oh my God. I remember that day like yesterday. It was one of the funniest days ever. But I remember I was so pissed.
I forgot about it. And then when Margaret reached out to me, and was like, hey, we're going to get you on the show and stuff. I just started going in my memory, of like detailed things of the Comedy Connection. Because I remember like Harlan Williams was at the Kowloon up on Route 1. And I thought it was you. And I was like, no, that was Harlan. And they were going to like mug him. And I had to walk him through his hotel across Route 1 because it's kind of seedy up there, up that end of the North Shore. So I had to, me and my brother had to walk him over to his hotel. And then I remembered the thing with your dad. I was like, oh, they were trying to give him the booze, and we had to stop everybody that night. He was losing his mind. Yeah.
Losing his mind. I was going to kill him. That and the women. I'm like, this guy, I'm going to knock his ass out.
Check out the Breuniverse every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. If you can't wait till then, sign up for Patreon and get it 2 days early, along with other exclusive content.